Empty Epsilon Introduction to Scenario Scripting Part 3. Last time when we did this, we noticed we had 2-player ships. We don't care about that. I just wanted to point it out so that you could understand what's going on. This time we're going to work on ending the scenario. So in the update function, we're going to use one of the functions that's provided by Empty Epsilon called getActivePlayerShips. This will give us a list of active player ships. By virtue of putting a pound sign in front of it, that says get the number of active player ships. So if it's less than 1, that means it's 0. So we're going to say the victory is the Kraylors. And that will actually end the scenario, and you'll see a big defeat on the screen. Let's run that and see that that is indeed what actually happens. So start development intro. There's 2 player ships. We go to the game master screen, and we click the pause button so that the simulation is running. So let's go look at what the main screen is for one of the player ships. And there we are. Those 2 ships are like right on top of each other. I'm going to pick one and delete it. Now there's only 1 player ship. Now the scenario didn't end, and I'll show you. See, the main screen is still showing what was there before, except it didn't have the name of the other ship there right in front of you because they were on top of each other. Let's delete the second one, and boof! You notice the pause button lights up. Whenever the scenario ends on the GM screen, the pause button shows up. So let's spawn another ship. Look at what that ship sees on the main screen, and there you go. We have a defeat condition. So the scenario ended, and we see the defeat message. Let's put something more than just a defeat message out there. Let's actually put some text on the final screen telling you why you got defeated. The Kraylor have destroyed you. So we'll put that in the function global message, right in the same place where we put the victory. And you got to put the message there before you do the victory. If you try and do it after, the message won't show up. So we launch again, go out to our intro scenario, and we will check things again. So look at the game master. We see that we have a couple of ships. We unpause it. Let's go out and pick one of them, look at their main screen, just to make sure everything is still the same as it was before. Yeah, that PL196 is the other player. They're like on top of each other. So we'll delete one, and we still have a scenario that's running. So the scenario has not ended yet. Just to be sure, we're going to go look. And indeed, the main screen still shows that everything's alive and well. And we delete it, and boof, we're done. The scenario is over. So let's spawn another ship, look at their main screen, and see what it shows. Aha! Look, we get a message. The Kraylor have destroyed you, and it's on the defeat screen. Great. We've got a defeat condition. Let us put in a victory condition. And we'll just say that in order to win, you have to destroy that Kraylor base that we stuck up there in the corner. So we find it in our list, and we're going to put a variable name for it so that we can refer to it later. We're going to call it enemy station. The space station function returns a reference to that, and we're going to stick it in our variable called enemy station. I'm copying that, and I'm going to create another if block and say if the enemy station is nil, means it's gone. But that's not enough. We also have to see that it's valid, because sometimes it doesn't set it to nil right away, and so we need to check for its validity. And so I'm saying if it's valid, but actually we want to know if it's not valid. So we'll put the not keyword in front of that function. And if it's not valid, if it's either nil or it's not valid, then we're going to say that the victory goes to the human navy. And just like the defeat condition, we're going to add a message so that it's clear why you won the game. And you got to make sure that you get the capitalization right, or it will screw up. So let's put a message out there. We'll say, you took out the Kraylor station. All right, so we'll save that. We'll run it. and let's see what happens. Once again, we're starting the server. We're going to development. We're choosing our intro scenario. We have 2 players again. We'll go to the Game Master screen. We will start the scenario running. And just because I like to, I'm going to delete a player ship. It just takes you to deleting the ship once you select it. I'm also going to move it in case those guys fly over there real quick. Let's do it the easy way. We're just going to select the station and delete it. And look, the pause button lights up. It means the scenario is over, and we have a ship there already. We can go look at its main screen to see, and there we have a victory screen. You took out the Kraylor station. And there you have it.